QuickBooks comes with two different samples for you to experiment with. There's a sample product-based business in which the lead items are products, such as merchandise, or a sample service-based business, such as landscaping. QuickBooks will set up the chart of accounts a little bit differently in each company to reflect the business focus. It is entirely possible that your company sells both products and services, and I even do cover that in the course, so it really doesn't matter which one you pick to play around with. They're both here to give you a little bit of help and point you in the right direction if you just want to play around with QuickBooks first. That's why I encourage you to open up these sample files. In fact, you can open up both of them to see what the differences are and to play around with them. When you download them from here, you may be prompted to download them, save them to your computer, and even update them. And that's perfectly fine. When you open up a sample company file, it's going to tell you that it's setting the date to very far in the future to remind you that you are in fact using a sample file. These are completely free-form company files. You can create items. You can do transactions, such as creating invoices and receiving payments. You can even set preferences and otherwise actively work on it, just like any other company file. So if you ever need to try something where you want to learn how to do something first, you can come in here and play around. These sample files come with a complete list of customers, estimates, invoices, and everything that you could need to possibly play around with. Even existing business transactions are all here so that you can play around with reporting. That's what they're here for. Use them. I've also given you some exercise files to work with. This is going to go along with what I'm doing while we're going through the chapters. It's important to note that not every chapter is going to have an exercise file. For example, in the chapter when I'm doing payroll, I'm actually going to use the sample company files for that. So you do have access to those within QuickBooks. You'll see chapters that you can use the exercise files for in every folder. They're appropriately titled with what we're going to do. If you don't see a particular exercise file for a particular video, you can use the exercise file that was used in the previous video before that, and you should have all the data that you need to complete those exercises. In fact, in some of the videos where we're working on importing the data, I've even given you the files that you'll need to import that data.